Thompson, and Lottie is my daughter, an energetic and goofy, creative little girl who is on the autism spectrum and has ADHD as well. Lottie kind of bounced around different preschools before we knew she had autism. And as hard as it was to get that diagnosis, at the same time, it was a gift in that it gave so many answers to how we could help her. And that like we weren't doing something wrong and she wasn't a bad kid. It gave us a starting point of how we could help her.
My name is Nicole Rosendale, and I'm Danny's mom, and he turned 9 this year. Danny was diagnosed with a rare genetic condition called ATRX. At the time he was diagnosed, there was less than 500 boys in the whole world with his same diagnosis. We met with the genetics team after we got Danny's diagnosis, and we were painted the worst picture. We were told Danny would never walk, and he would never talk, and he would never be able to function on his own. He's definitely surpassed those expectations. Danny is a fun, loving, inquisitive, funny kid who is incredibly active and curious.
Finding care before respite was absolutely a challenge in that it was difficult finding basically an atmosphere where they were comfortable with her, that I was comfortable with them. She would be at a certain place or in an environment with other children, and you just never knew kind of like what was going to happen. It was just challenging to leave her with anyone, where here I know she's going to be taken care of and know how to calm her down before she escalates and has her episodes, and it makes the world of a difference.
Before we found respite, Danny was young, so it was still fairly easy. I mean, easy as it can be, right? But we had a lot of family help at the time. However, when we got Danny's diagnosis, at that time, there was no respite care services for us. I had to start exploring other care options and was pointed in the direction of respite care. And we came in, I think we were up and running in a couple weeks. Respite is absolutely a necessary resource for us. It's the financial burden of being able to afford somebody to provide the level of care that Danny needs, as well as the security in knowing that somebody can do that.
It has been literally like life-altering for me. It's given me that time to care for myself, to be able to care for the family, and just knowing that as long as I am able to take care of myself, like I can continue to care for her.
At one point through our time here at Respite, I was diagnosed with cancer, and Danny spent a lot of time here. It was a big relief to know that he had people comforting him and caring for him when I was going through things that he could not possibly understand. It's not just a respite for us as his parents and his family. It's a respite for him too. It's an important part of Danny's life, and it's a part of why he's grown as much as he has. To me, respite has become so many things. It's that place that's there no matter what for us. It's kind of like a home for us, honestly. I honestly don't know what I would do without respite care. It's a very overwhelming thing to even think about because I don't know where we would start. There are so many joys in being Danny's mom, but the biggest joy for me with Danny is he gave us a new pair of glasses, in essence, and a different way to see the world.
My dreams are just for Lottie to be happy, and guiding them to whatever that looks like for them each day is my goal. And some days it's beautiful and some days it is not. Being part of the respite care family is acceptance. When we initially walked through the front doors, it just feels so welcoming every single time. Everyone genuinely cares, and you can tell there's so much thought and love that goes into everything that you offer here.
I don't know what it would have been like if we wouldn't have had Respite. I think things would have been incredibly more challenging, not just for us, but for Danny as well. He will continue to grow and need support and a place, and I'm happy that they can give him that place where he can be himself. We are so grateful for the team members here, and not just the care that they provide, but it's the emotional care that they have for him as well, and that they are genuinely wanting to help him. And, they really almost treat all the kids here like they're their own. And that's something that is so special for us as families to have and to experience.
Community is the biggest aspect for her. Everyone's so welcoming and accepting in a world where they're not. Respite care to me is knowing it's a safe place to take Lottie every day, that they have, the plans to take care of her. It just, it gives me comfort knowing that she's in the right place.